We're like, seriously, life, I forgot to take us off to put us back on. So we became live, and then
Here we
here we
go.
are live. So there's not this big me coming, you coming. So see, this is awesome. Such an excitement. I'm just
Right?
excited to be here.
It's Halloween.
Halloween energy. But
Yeah.
aren't the energies crazy?
The energies are actually insane right now. Like I was saying earlier, I have a killer headache right now, and I'm just hoping it doesn't go full blown into migraine as it typically can at this time. But yeah, it's a big month.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
We got some people saying hi. Are we going to do what we did last time where everyone gets to kind of ask a question and then we can kind of
I
get
think
through
we're
as
going to do
many
a little bit
people as
differently
possible?
today.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
think we're going to do a little bit different. Angela, in the meantime, introduce yourself, and then I'll introduce myself, and we're going to tell them why we're doing it this way today.
Okay.
Why are we doing it under candlelight, Angela? Why?
Well, it is a pagan holiday. It's Halloween. It is a micro uh, blue moon. It's awesome. It's just incredible. The energies at this time of year are just insane. And I'm showing my true colors. If I could dress like this all day, every day, I would. But it's not for everybody. So I keep it under wraps until it's good to come out. Yeah, it's time to come out and play.
And so, Angela, who are you?
Oh, yes, you did ask me to say that. I am
did.
Angela. I am your beauty witch in the six. I am an intuitive hypnotist. I am an energy healer. I do tarot cards. I do readings. I do all kinds of stuff. The sky's the limit. I have gifts I can't explain. I'm extremely blessed and grateful to the universe, to the divine, to God. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here and be able to share my gift and not be persecuted for it.
Awesome. And you guys know who I am, Dorota. It's a pleasure to have you guys in today. What we're doing, I am a clairvoyant, psychic, medium, intuitive guidance. I do a lot of life coachings as well. Both of us do past life regression. Gotta throw it out there, and a lot of energy healings. I had some sessions done with Angela, which are amazing. We all offer. And pretty soon, there's going to be amazing stuff coming on our own YouTube channel. We're going to have a combined one, which will have tons and tons of adventures and checking out different places and advice. It's going to be more educational one, right? That's how we could say it. We would love for you guys to share the feed. Please share the feed, invite your friends. Let's have some fun because the energies are crazy.
And I think at this time of year too, like if we wanted to direct today in a way for people to share stories of if they have spirit in their house or if they have things, because that's something where we're going to maybe be going in the next little while. And if people do have questions or concerns in that direction, maybe we can help them with that as well. Like we all have stories of ghosts and stuff like that. And you know, this is what better time than Halloween and All Hallows Eve and the eve of All Hallows Eve.
You know what? Yeah. And what's so special about it is, guys, basically, we are in such a, like, let's just forget even about a full moon. Like for a second, which is driving probably everybody crazy because I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of people are walking around affected by it. You might say full moon doesn't affect me, but I'm going to ask you, are you a little bit more aggressive? Are you taking things a little bit closer to heart? Are you easier to be quick-tempered? Because all that stuff kind of comes up. I know that first responders, they don't like moons because they know their ships are fucked.
Yeah.
So you guys know I swear, so that's no surprise, right? Okay, good stuff. So let's keep on going. So, but forgetting, like we said, that it's moon, the big thing is you have Halloween energy. So Halloween energy brings a lot of oomph itself. And the following day, every year, is November 1st, right? October, November 1st. It don't matter. Those two go together. This is the time when the veil between us and the other world, as you want to call it, is very thin. That's where you might have more dreams with your past loved ones. You might feel them around more. You might feel messages coming through them easier. It's because it's easier for them to come, give you that love, give you all that stuff. So this is something to keep in mind. And like in Europe, as you guys probably seen my post, we go to cemeteries in Poland. We clean the graves. We set up flowers. That's why it took me forever to get used to mums, because the only time we had mums in Poland was when you were putting them on the graves.
Oh, wow. Well,
So
and you
when
know what?
and the guy brought me mum, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not dying.
I know, I know.
But
It does remind me of fall, though.
because
It
they're
is.
heavy, right? But you light the candles, then we have a mass and we pray and we celebrate their lives, as well as get together with families that we haven't seen in a long time. But
And
again, the veil is so much thinner. So,
if you look at the moms too, they're sacred geometry.
oh yes, that's true.
Yeah. So if you actually look at it, are you getting feedback from me or is it normal on your end? Because I'm getting a little bit of
Perfect.
feedback.
It's perfect on my end.
Okay. I have my earbuds in, so I'm hoping it stays that way.
Oh, you are doing fantastic. You're doing fantastic. All right.
So yeah, lots of energy. Does anybody out here have any stories of ghosts or spirits or anything like that they want to share, and we can maybe get like a little bit of an impression or something? Tis the season to be talking to spirit, right?
It absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely is. However, also be cautious. I would say, don't be silly. Don't go crazy. You know, and like we said, your past loved ones are with you all the time. They come and give you directions because they like to, my grandma still likes to give her 2 cents here and there. Does she does it all the time? No, because they mostly work with guides. They're more pure. They're straight from God. They have unconditional love and are unbiased. So it's just a different connection. That's all. But there's a lot of spirit everywhere. What have you felt in the last few days?
Oh, me personally. Oh my goodness, it's been hectic. I feel like my intuitive gifts have been on fire these last few days. Like I said, I have a bit of a psychic headache going on right now. And the closer we got to doing the session, the stronger that got as well. But like just the ghosts are playing tricks. Lights are flickering all the time. Birds are even acting erratic. Like the amount of birds I've had in my yard lately, blue jays, cardinals, woodpeckers, like this new bird. I don't even know what kind of bird it is. I've never seen it in my life. They're all in my backyard. They're all converging there. It is a little bit insane. Like even, just the amount of people that have been coming out and been like, Angela, who don't even know, in the light of day that I do this kind of stuff. And they're just like, I think my house is haunted. And I'm like, tell me more. I want to know.
So where are we going next?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, right? Amanda's on here. She can tell us some ghost stories. Yeah, she's on here somewhere. I saw her poke her head in with some purple hearts. Thank you for that. And but yeah, like just the craziness. I've been catching a lot of stuff at the salon on camera lately, a lot more than normal. There has been a lot of higher activity. Once again, lights flickering. My TV turning on and off for absolutely no reason, especially in the dead of night. Nobody is anywhere near a TV, and my TV in my bedroom will turn on and or turn off. I woke up this morning and I'm pretty sure the ghost was playing tricks in my bathroom because my tap water was running. So whether or not my husband left it on when he left for work this morning, I feel like he would have noticed when he came to kiss me goodbye. But just crazy, 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 crazy stuff. And the synchronicities are crazy.
Okay. So for myself, thank you so much, Shana. Yes, I did win first for psychic, second for life coach, and then also for all of Toronto for life coach. So I am quite stoked. Sorry, she just said congratulations.
No, that's okay.
So much.
And not to toot my own horn, but the salon did get a bunch of awards too, and actually got gold for hypnotist. So thank you. I didn't even know I was nominated for that. So that was kind of a surprise. But yeah, out of all the talented people out there,
That is amazing. The best ones, like I'll be honest, the Toronto one, I was kind of iffy. But anyhow, so let's talk about this. It's not, sorry, I'll want to keep talking. So for myself, what I have noticed is I feel it more often. Somebody mentioned, I think Tammy mentioned that she is having scary dreams. What can help is amethyst by the bedside or rosemary, fresh rosemary branch in your pillowcase. It has a lot of protection in it, like a lot of protection in it. So, it's like little things that you can do. How many of you guys, I want to know, have been experiencing different energies recently, And okay, thank you. I'm sorry, but my guys are going fucking crazy.
I know my head is just like, I don't even,
It's going crazy. Like if you can see my third eye is popped right open. It's like literally, like, I'll bite you.
Yeah.
Like let's stop. But why they use electronics is because it's frequency, and it's really easy to tap onto frequency to communicate. Very, very. It's the easiest way, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's they will like even my son's baby monitor in the middle of the night will start to get staticky. It'll be like shh, shh, like making all this noise, and actually even his music, which is an iPad. It's not even like it's a radio that he listens to. It's an iPod that plays the same song. It's like classical type music over and over and over the same song all night long, and even that will get staticky. And I'm just like, that's not the radio. It's not like a radio going in and out of a station. That is like something actually controlling that. And as scary as it sounds, like my son doesn't seem to be too scared by it. So it doesn't.
Yeah. But big thing, guys, is protecting your space, being aware of it. It's kind of like just be aware of what's happening. If you want to protect your space, salt by the driveway if you're living in the house, doorways in the house.
Doorways, windows, yeah.
You don't need to cover it in salt. It's the intention that counts.
Yes.
And
or you can even drop a blanket of white light, just envision like a blanket, kind of like saran wrap, so it kind of stretches over everything, just kind of coming down, the four corners protecting your whole property. That will keep things out and about as well. So
candles, perfect. Candles are amazing, guys. I know a lot of people go into diffusers. Candles are amazing because they do keep stuff away. They also give energy into the home. They're doing a lot of amazing things.
Kirsten just said, I feel drained and I don't have your gifts. Laugh out loud. Girl, you do have the gift. So everybody has it. Everybody has it. We just choose to listen to it or not to listen to it, or we're conditioned not to listen to it.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it at this time, you've definitely got the gifts, and you're definitely awake to them as well, because you're being affected by them and you're noticing them. So that's half the battle.
Exactly. And the biggest thing also, remember, just because you're not doing what we're doing, it does not mean that it will not affect you. It doesn't affect us as much. It still does.
I've got a headache.
We're doing a lot of protections.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get a headache. Today, I had quite a few clients that weren't on the pleasant side, like just booking sessions. I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck, man? What the fuck?" And then I'm like, "Yes, I know." And the thing is, guys, full moon it brings out the worst. Not just full moon, but moon's energy can bring out the worst in people first. And another thing, I don't know if you've noticed. I want you guys to keep that in mind. This is the time of cleansing. This moon is a lot about cleansing, releasing. I've noticed that with my clients. I've noticed that with my friends. It's like people from the past are coming back. Situations from the past are haunting them all of a sudden. Stuff that they hid inside them, whether they were guilty, ashamed for, or felt guilty, not were guilty, but felt guilty or ashamed for. It all seems to come in this big bubble to the surface. And they can't get rid of it. It's because it's meant to be healed. It's meant to be dealt. It's not meant for you to hide it. So whether you have pain of a loved one that all of a sudden came in, it's because you need to allow yourself to grieve it and release it. And if it's a situation, whatever it is, kind of like, don't push it to the side because it's going to bite you in the ass even later. This one right here, just acknowledge, try to heal. If you need to cry it out, scream it out, whatever it is. But anger is huge right now. And situations that were not healthy for you before, that you walked away from but didn't heal, are coming back. Sorry.
Well, that's the same with the Mercury retrograde right now. We have so much going on that it's insane. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff. Like Venus is in the play right now. So you're having like love-hate relationships with people. Like you feel the love, but to love and hate is so close together. In order to hate somebody, you have to love them as well. You can't have hate without it. So, it's a truly magical time. For me, being a witch, it is a pagan holiday. It is Samhain. And for me, that is like my pagan New Year. So this is my January 1st coming up on Halloween. And so it is all about intention setting for me as well. So typically, New moon is all about intention setting and full moon is all about release. But right now too, it's a combination of both, because as we all do, we set our intentions on January 1st. I'll be doing it now. And then hopefully by January 1st, then I have a lot of stuff in play for the next year that I'm just amping it up, right? Just tweaking it.
Just again, remember November 1st is a day of the All Saints or Day of the Dead. Still light that candle for somebody that you have in spirit. Set some memories. If it's a pain that you have, release yourself from that pain. It's very important, because remember, you're still here carrying it. They're already gone. Because guys, just because they cross to the other side, that does not mean that they change and they're all lovey-dovey right now. They're still the same person.
Yes.
Okay? So you need to forgive so you can't move on. Okay? Oh my God, did you see my eyes were normal and then halfway through they went like crazy blue? Look how crazy blue my eyes are. Or is it just me?
Yeah, no, they look pretty blue. Yeah.
Because they were not like that when we started. And then all of a sudden it was just like, wow. Like I'm telling you, everything is just like, wow.
Yeah, everything is amplified right now. Yeah. Everything.
So we're going to do this a little bit differently, like Angela suggested. I just have to work us into it, because everything is blue. Like this thing looks blue, but it really isn't. There's a lot of different colors. But everything, look at my hands are even looking blue. It's all blue. I'm blue, da-be-dee-da-ba-da, right?
I'm purple and pink as per usual, for anybody who knows me.
So again, guys, please kindly share the feed, invite your friends, and let's get party. So this is how we're gonna do it. Do you have a question in particular? We're gonna go to people we're drawn to. However, also if you have a question, shoot it out, and if we're drawn to you, we'll come to you. Okay? Because it's so crazy right now, so we don't want to get too crazy drained. So we're gonna kind of keep it short per se. No offense to you guys. The energies are fucking crazy, and I am coming back live tomorrow too. So don't sweat it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, again, your first name as well as where you're from will give us a permission to come to you. Keep commenting, because if you don't comment, we can't see you. All right.
It also doesn't have to be just a question. It can be maybe even a dream that you've had or something that you want guidance on, like just anything that you have that you want some extra help with. Ooh, Adriana, my sister's name is Adriana.
Nice. Dun, dun, dun. It's actually Mala. It's a Mala. I've got so much stuff around me. I just feel like crazy, That's right. I'm blue. It's FPL 65. I'm blue. Da-be-dee-da-ba-da. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to Kristen.
Yeah, I just zoomed. I'm just like scrolling back that down too. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't even have a chance to read it.
Okay, so she's saying she's having a Kristen from Stouffville. We're gonna come to you. She's saying that she has a problem with somebody, anger problem or negative feelings towards someone. How does she get rid of it? So the first thing is acknowledging why you have it. I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, but the truth is why that person pisses me off. Not because you know what, I really don't like when people go, they might be your mirror. Just forget that for a second. Why do you feel? What is it that triggered you? And then like I usually talk it out with my guides, or I write down and then I burn it away. There's different ways that I get rid of it. But the biggest thing is basically so it's your ex-partner. Great way is to write a letter to that person, but you're not sending it and burning it, because they're so deep inside you that it's going to be hard. It's going to be really, really hard. So it's not about thinking about a mirror effect. Again, this is a perfect example of things coming up that were undealt that we talked about a few minutes ago. So Angela, I'll give you that. Do you have something to say to that?
I do actually. So I deal a lot in my coaching side of things with forgiveness. So at this time of year, especially on a full moon, it is all about forgiveness. Now, there are different ways to forgive. You can forgive and you can forget. Like that guy who dings your car in the parking lot at Walmart. You can forgive him after a while. You won't even notice the ding, or you'll get it fixed and you'll kind of forget about it. So you forgive that person right away. It's not even a blip on your radar. Then you have, you can forgive but you don't forget. So it's something that just kind of sits in the back of your head, but it doesn't really affect your relationship with that person. You're wiser for it, but you don't really hold it against them too much. The third thing is to forgive, but to not forget, because it's not wise to forget. Okay, there are certain situations that we have been in, or we have been put in, that are unforgivable and unforgettable, and there's no possible way that you should. But the one thing to remember is, in some ways of thinking, people are put in our path to teach us lessons. So I'm of the school of thinking that before we come into this world, we choose our family, we choose our life, we choose different karmic debt, past, present, all directions of time, that maybe we are going to work out lessons that we are going to learn here. And then there are other players that we agree with up in the spirit realm that actually make that commitment to come down here and teach us those lessons, to help us play through those life lessons. So if you can look at those people who have harmed you, have hurt you, have broken your heart, as teachers of life lessons that we need to learn right now to make us better people karmically, to make us, play out our soul life on the earth right now, that make us stronger, make us the warriors that we need to be. Maybe it's that little kid in the schoolyard that bullied you as a child. There are different things. If you can look at them as a teacher and that they are just here doing their job, then it makes it a little bit easier to forgive people. You don't forget. You have to learn those lessons. And you, for your own self, you have to forgive. If you carry that anger around with you, you cannot move forward. So for anybody listening, not just Kirsten, for anybody right now, if you can find a way to look at them as a teacher of a life lesson that you had to learn for what, and I know this is terrible. There are terrible things that happen to people in the world. I'm not condoning that. But if you can look at it that way, it makes it easier to forgive, because they were just doing their job. They were just doing what they were come to earth to do. You can release it. And when you release it, you will feel lighter. You will make more space to bring in things that you are grateful for. And really, that's a message for absolutely anybody. Everybody has stuff we have to forgive.
I'm gonna just add something to it, because that's one way of looking at it. I'm sorry. There's another way. Sometimes we are bystanders in somebody else's lesson.
Yes.
Sometimes we are collateral damage, per se, if you want to call it. They had something to learn. We were there, and we got hit by whatever storm they were going through.
Exact same.
So meanwhile, we didn't learn anything from it. We just got hurt. And the thing is, we just kind of got hit in a storm, in the shit storm of whatever somebody else was going through. So it's still kind of forgiving that person as well as yourself. Don't forget that when you're forgiving another person, you also have to forgive yourself for being in that situation, whether you were right or wrong. It's forgiven. You have to forgive yourself, because if you only forgive them, you're still carrying it on you, because you are still part of it. So it's having to forgive both, but also it's not that because you're not that you're a negative person. There's just so much pain that we can carry that it's kind of like Angela said, first we love, then we get angry or hate them. It's because that love turns into resentment if it's not reciprocated, or if we're not feeling it. So then we're starting to resent the person, and then it kind of builds up. And so it does not make you a negative person. It simply means you're carrying a lot of old fucking emotions. So you're emotionally fucking constipated, and this thing is turning into shit, and it starts spewing. And sometimes people in our lives, they come like that already, because they had stuff happen to them when they were younger, and now they are older people, and now they're spewing that shit on everybody else without knowing exactly what hurt them. Because like Angela said, it could be that kid that bullied someone on the playground, and then they had a great time, let's say, from then on. But once in a while, that memory will trigger. They will want to fight everybody around them. So it's just be aware that you have to forgive not just the person, but also yourself, okay? So like I've been in a relationship that wasn't the healthiest for myself. I can't just forgive that partner. I also had to say, okay, I forgive myself for being in it. I forgive myself for not standing up for myself. I forgive myself for whatever I needed to, because it's a two-way. You know what? So it's very important to do it. I know. So let's. Okay. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Now let's carry on.
It's true, right? And it's so important to forgive yourself for the role that you play in these situations too, because a lot of times we do beat ourselves up for it. Like, the husband or the wife cheats on the spouse, and you're being cheated on, but you stay because you love that person. You remember the good times, and all these things come up, but that's okay. That's okay. You're not going to move on until you're ready to move on. You have to it's terrible to say, but to your breaking point, right? And some people never get there, and then they beat themselves up. Well, it's my fault I stayed. It's my fault. It's my fault. If I didn't, to the battered wife, if I didn't, burn dinner by accident, he wouldn't have hit me tonight. It's my fault. Like, you need to forgive yourself. You need to understand that you're not infallible. Like, everybody makes mistakes, whether you intend to do it or don't intend to do it. But this is the time of year to get it out off your chest. Forgive everything. Exactly. Put every single person in a pink bubble and send them on their merry way. Yeah. You want to go into the next month.
So we're going to do some readings right now, okay? Because we got really, really deep.
Yeah.
And let's get into messages right now, if that's okay. All right, guys. First name, where are you from? I need to know. I need to know. All right. I am going, guys, please again, share the feed. First name, where you from? Because the feed's not moving for us. Okay, I'm going to go to Nicole Ayers.
I was just reading her thing here. Loss of husband. Go ahead. We're like zeroing in on the exact same person at the exact same time. Anyways, okay.
Okay. Oh, Frank's back here because he was on the YouTube. I know we've gone on both today, guys. We've gone on both today. Okay, so what did I say? I totally forgot.
Nicole Ayers.
What's that?
You were going to read Nicole Ayers.
That's right. Okay, Nicole, we're going to come to you. Okay, so you're talking about a husband, but I feel like there's actually a grandfather around you more, that he is like really looking after you right now. It's like you... She did say she lost a husband, right? Why do I feel like there's a grandfather around her? I'm feeling something about a stepdaughter. Stepdaughter. Do you have a stepdaughter, love?
I can't find it now.
I know, that's how it works, eh?
Loss of husband and stepdaughter tragically 7 months ago. Is there a ritual I can do to release and say goodbye? It has taken over my mind.
Yeah, because but I'm getting your grandfather around you a lot, like straight up. I'm getting a lot of grandfather around you, giving you that love. I feel like he's from your dad's side. To release it, you have to go through grieving process. There's not an easy way of doing it. And it's still fairly fresh. Tomorrow then November 1st is a great day to have those conversations with them and just release it. Would you not say?
Yes, there's tons of stuff. I mean, this is the time, if you wanted to communicate right now, this is the time to do it. I would just go into like a meditation, ask for a sign, and just say your piece. Like, they are listening. If you have things that you need to say, I would say it now. The veil is thinnest right now. They are around you. If she is popping into your head, if they are popping into your head, this is the time to do it. I understand, like, until you address it, like, it's kind of like when I read people's body messages. Sorry, my head is just like, my brain is just all over the place right now. When I'm reading somebody's body language, a lot of times they'll say, if you don't listen to your body when it whispers to you, it will scream. And if spirit is trying to get your attention, it will continue to try and get your attention until you acknowledge it. So if you're saying that they are coming to you, then I would acknowledge it. I would say all the things as if they were standing right in front of you and they could hear you, because they are, and just tell them everything. Anything that you need to say, just say it. They're here.
The big thing that I'm going to add, as we mentioned, for those of you that are just joining us, the veil is so thin. So yes, you will have a lot of visits from your past loved ones in your dreams. Those are not dreams. That's
the messages.
Anytime when you have lucid dream, or what's the word I use?
Vivid.
That's it. Thank you. I just went blank. No English.
I'm telling you, that's what happened to me a second ago. I don't know.
No English. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, it was like blank. No speak English. But anyhow, it's jokes aside. Basically, when you get vivid dream, lucid dream, this you're actually there. You're actually talking to those people. They're coming. So if you're asking us if your grandma's coming, that it does is she have a message for you? Yes. Remember, they are energies. It's really hard for them to communicate. So if you're expecting them to talk to you like I and Angela do, that's rare.
What, you don't sit down and have fucking tea with them, Dorota? I'm never going to forget that. For those of you who are new, Dorota said to me when we were on our first drive, she said, I just need to say something to you. You keep saying you're not a medium, and you are. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't see dead people. I don't want to see dead people. I don't talk to dead people. She's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I don't see them. I don't talk to them. She's like, what? Do you think I fucking sit down and have tea with them? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So yes, it doesn't always come the way you think it is.
No,
it's not standing in as an apparition. They might flicker the lights. You might hear a song that was their favorite. You may smell their perfume. You might smell the flowers that were at their funeral. Like, you might just get little triggers of memories of them putting stuff in your path that will trigger that memory for you. That is them giving you a message. I just didn't know that that's what it was. I didn't know until you told me, and now I'm telling you guys, right? So
yeah. Because the way they advertise it on TV and the way media shows it is that it has to be like that, but it's not. It really is. It's not. It's not. They're laughing. They go, it's not a snot. And I'm like, fuck off.
Right? Like, it will get easier.
It's not. They talk to you in dreams. They talk to you by giving you simple signs. If you're thinking about them a lot, for all of a sudden, they're around you. They're letting you know we're here.
Finding feathers, finding dimes, finding, there's so many signs, repeating numbers. They will do whatever they can to get your attention if you're not listening. So it is better just to acknowledge them. Say your piece if you think it's, once again, if you're finding fault, you didn't say your end, you didn't get to say goodbye.
So it's just like with me. My grandfather used to sit under a pear tree, and that was for him. And he had such a strong calluses on his fingers that he would pick up wasps and squish them.
Oh my goodness.
So every time when I see a wasp, because I don't see them often, but when I see them, I'm not afraid. I'm allergic as fuck to them. But when I see them, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be okay. Because as soon as they come, they disappear. I know he's around. It sounds to you silly, but this is the thing. This is how I remember him. And this is how I resonate with him. Or there's other resonations too. So they're with you all the time. It's just different. It's like I said, on TV, they show you it's like this. It's not. It isn't. It's so simple. Don't complicate the spirit, because you're complicating your connection to them. The connection is simple. You can feel them. You can smell them. You might go by and then you see a DVD, let's say, of a movie that you used to watch with your grandfather or your uncle or whatever they liked. That is them just saying, hey, I'm around. Doesn't mean go buy it. It just means, hey, I'm around. That thought alone tells you. How will they direct you? All of a sudden you'll feel like doing something, or you feel like calling, let's say, your aunt who lost her husband, and then she goes like, and then you have this conversation when you guys are reminiscing it about the person. That's how this works. So it's very simple. Please, guys, don't complicate it, because it's extremely simple.
And don't overthink it. The first thing that pops into your head, if you think of your grandfather, what's the first thing that comes into your head? That's typically what it is. If a song is playing and there's a message and it's like, I will always love you. Well, guess what? That's your husband telling you. If he pops in your head and then you turn on the car radio and it's, I will always love you. Yeah, he's trying to tell you he will always love you. Don't, don't
overthink it. Take it.
They're super simple. They're trying to get this message to you in as clear a manner as they possibly can, because, they have limited energy. That's why they will take energy from whatever they can, but they waste it really quickly. So they are going to try and get to you.
Yeah. So that's why have candles lit as much as you can. But please, if you're lighting candles, make sure they are in a safe spot. Always in a safe spot, okay? I gotta say that, because as we're telling you guys.
And even this isn't always safe. I have been on with Dorota after an episode, and this will crack and explode. Like, the energy is no joke. You don't want to mess with the fire gods. So be careful.
So it's very,
Yeah.
like, so that's why we wanted to do this a little bit differently. Yes, we're going to get a few messages here, but we want to not just educate, kind of educate you, but make you
help yourself. Yeah.
That you guys have the power.
Yes.
You guys have the power, because every single person is connected to divine. You have the power to talk to your guides. You have the power to talk to your past loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I want to connect with my grandma that just passed away, because not everybody, okay, so here's the thing. Not everybody that crosses over comes right back. Not everybody. Some take up to 2 years to start coming over and telling you that they love you, that
the energy scatters.
You don't always come right back. So like I said to my clients, for at least 6 months after passing down, if you're trying to connect, give at least 6 months. Some come the same day as they pass it.
Can I interject for a second? Sometimes they stick around. Kids will stick around a little bit longer because they kind of get lost on their way, and they're upset. They don't want to leave us. And a lot of times spirit will stick around till just after the funeral. And that's not because they want to hear what people are saying or see who shows up to their funeral or anything like that. They really just want to be there for those that they love the most in the thickest part of their grief. Okay. They want to be there. They want to comfort you. They miss you. They see how hurt you are, but their energy is very scattered. It's very everywhere. So at about 6 months, it starts to come back to itself in the spirit world. In Life Between Lives, hypnosis, we learn about this, we talk about this, but that's why at 6 months, they are stronger, they are more in control of themselves, and that's when they can start to come back. But like Dorota says, it can take up to 2 years sometimes for them to get that energy back in full control.
Remember, just when you might say, well, they show themselves, but they didn't say enough. Honestly, guys, please respect that they show themselves, because that takes a lot. I don't know how many of you watched the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
I was just thinking about that movie. I'm picturing like modeling,
where there's the part where the other ghost teaches him how to move I believe it's a can of the garbage, and he tells him how to gather up all that energy just to move a little can. Now he has to gather up even more energy to show himself. And now if he wants to talk, he has to even get more energy.
Mm-hmm. See, and Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice too, right? Like when they're practicing like to stretch their face and scare people. And at first nothing happens, right?
Yes.
So
exactly. So
we're joking, but it is very serious.
We're very serious. As light as possible.
Yeah.
It's just to make you guys to understand that it takes a lot. When you get a sad feeling, what she's saying, my chest is all of a sudden feeling right. So sometimes, like when you have that heaviness, it can come off your chest. It's just like literally, as soon as you allow them to be around you, even allow them, because every single person is connected. You guys all are. This isn't, this isn't some crazy stuff. We are all connected, every single one of us. And when we cross, we just, we're still connected. That doesn't die, except it's harder for us to come through. I said to my kid, I'm going to fucking go after you.
Well, Houdini and his poor wife, right? Like, oh my goodness.
I love him, though. I love him. All right. So
Debbie from Newmarket says, my basement life has been flashing. It's a brand new house. I think that was the same convo from earlier. I believe the light is sending me a message. Is this a good answer? So what I would say for you is to ask a question. If it is flickering, if it, twice for yes and once for no or something like that.
Okay. And I love that for what Adriana said.
I didn't even see that.
Adriana says that when she was buying her first home this summer, congratulations. She kept asking Spirit to give her a sign, and the closing date was on her late grandfather's wedding anniversary. That is a sign. It's just little things. There
are no coincidences.
I had no idea when I was looking for a house to rent, and literally I said to my granddad, I'm like, fuck, come on, dude, like seriously, help me. And the company that I got with was Frank something real estate. And my grandfather's name is Frank. And it turned out that even my landlord's name is Frank.
That's
I'm like,
insane. Yeah.
oh, got
Yeah.
it.
There are no coincidences.
There
If
is no coincidence, guys. So tell me, when it comes to your grandfathers, sorry, not grandfathers, but uncles. I just got in a shed. So, honey, you already know what he's saying to you. You've been talking to him a lot, he says, but you have a hard time listening. You do a lot of talking. You don't slow down because you are very emotional. So there's a lot of stuff that's coming your way, hitting you really hard. So it's like you're not hearing what the messages for you are. And so he says that your emotions have been spiked, like very much spiked. So he's having a hard time to coming through for you, like when you are asking him, when you're talking to him. He was very easy guy, but smoker. Like he shows himself as a smoker. Did you just quit smoking or something? Because he's telling me that you've done some huge life changes, and he's very proud of you. He's proud of all of you because all of you in the family have been going through huge transformations. And in the last 18 months, you guys got really close. He's telling me that your whole family circle got really close. Like I'm feeling your whole family, like I'm talking sisters, brothers, mother, cousins, dad. It just feels like everybody is starting to get closer, and you guys weren't before. So this is about you just kind of seeing he's very proud of you for that. He is very, very proud of you, okay? Of all of you that you guys are doing this. Um, so the emotions are really overtaking you right now. So I will kindly ask you to find what helps you release the emotions, whether it be music, whether it be some people go in the bath. I can't sit in the bath because it drives me crazy. 2 minutes, it's too long.
Oh, I
But
love that.
whatever work, I can. I just go, fuck, get me out of here. This is just me.
As
I'm
the
like
Pisces in
ADD,
you.
whatever,
What, yeah.
ADHD, whatever. I'm like a pinball, you know. Anyhow, so it's just you start finding outlets because you don't have outlets, my love. Okay, so it's about you finding outlets of healing right now. That is very important for you. Okay, lovely. I'll leave that with you and say God bless. All
And I
right.
feel with the Flaxmans too. I feel like just from my personal experience with the family, you guys are great. You always show up every time we have a session, and I love that. And I feel like even since I have started coming on Thursday nights with you guys, you have grown so much. The energy surrounding you has changed so much. So the whole thing is just like feels lighter. At first, the energy was very strong. It was very sad. It was very dark. I just find that I think they're all just morphing right now. They're all changing. They're all growing spiritually, mentally, physically. I think the whole thing is it's got a bright, we've got Jessica Simpson on the line here. So congratulations for that. I have here, Morgan Jasmine says, I have been having people visit me in the middle of the night, waking me up. I ask who they are or what they want. The one time they touched me and I just wanted to comfort me. One night they were giggling, different people visiting each time. Have they told you who they are? That's very special. I would definitely work with that, trying to figure out the message that is trying to come through for that, because that is like, would you say it's people she doesn't know? Like people who...
I know who that is, and I'm going to just say it, set protection around your home. That's all I'm going to say, because I know who that is.
Okay, yeah, because to me that would be a little bit alarming.
Yeah.
So, like all of a sudden I was just like, oh, God, he's scared.
I want to add, my love, is to start setting protection around your home. Because there's a lot of people that want to be crossed over and they're coming to you to do it. However, do it on your terms versus doing it on other people on their terms. Okay, honey? So it's just kind of like I have behind me, there's usually I have a candle right there. And I just light it every night. And it's just like whoever needs a way home, here it is, come this way. So I just kind of like set it up that way so that way they don't bug me. It does not light up at night. I literally leave it for a couple hours every day. So from about 8 o'clock till about 11. And then I just say, okay, guys, see the rest. See you tomorrow. I just kind of like close the door. It's just like the business is closed, you know? So it's just
some
like
people use the light switch too. Some
What's
people
that?
say they have like a mental light switch. So when the light switch is on, you can come. When the light switch is down, you need to go.
Yeah.
And trust me, I don't want to see you in the middle of the night. This is why I
Well,
did not want to be
then
medium.
if you don't meditate in your bedroom, in your bed. If you want to meditate, if you have to meditate in your bedroom, do it in a chair, somewhere where you have a corner step. Because the moment you go in your bed, guess what happens? They go, all right, she's ready, let's talk, or he's ready, let's
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
And then they start. Good night, sleep. That's how it works. So it's kind of like building it and building it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, so that's very, very important. Okay, so guys, I want to go to Brandy. Okay, hold on. Brandy, I saw you. You laughed. You laughed. You know what happens? So would you see what happens? You guys got to keep talking because we see it and it goes poof. Brandy Hughes? Hughes? I think so. All right, so let's go to Brandy Hughes. You ready? We're going to tag on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so Brandy Hughes. There she is.
She's still here, yeah?
Yeah, she just commented.
There's a spirit in her room, but has not spoken to her since she was 13.
Yeah.
I have personal experience with that, with my daughter.
I would, yeah. Okay, so you can go with that, but I've got a message for her.
Okay, you go first.
Girl. I'm going to go with message first. I've got a chin up, girl. You've been stressing shit. You've been putting your chin down. I feel tears coming. I don't know if that's physical or just symbolic. However, I feel like you've been kind of not yourself in the last 2 weeks. Okay, honey? Not yourself in the last 2 weeks. So this is very important to keep your chin up right now. I'm also feeling like there's a new changes that you're making in your life as well, because they're showing me, are you getting a new job or something like that? Brandy. I literally, when I read her name, this is how my guides love. They literally, because I forgot what her name is, they showed me an alcohol bottle saying, Brandy.
Oh, wow.
Like, thanks. That's how I used to remember people's names in when I moved to Canada, because it was hard remembering different names, right? But that's what they're showing me. Like, there's some huge life changes coming. Okay, do you want to jump in on the daughter thing?
Okay, so my daughter has talked to spirit since the day she was born.
Okay.
She came out giggling.
She just moved. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I seen her mom. Okay, cool.
So that actually, I was just going to say, so my daughter used to talk to spirit from the day she was born. And when she was about 6 years old, we moved from the house that we were at the time. And shortly thereafter, she stopped seeing the specifics. She had a name, she had an attire, she had everything. And actually, when we researched it, we found out that she was talking to the original owner who had built our house in the 1800s. So that was kind of really cool. We actually thought she was just, making it up or talking about some superheroes, because the description was very similar to John the Martian Manhunter. He was tall, he was bald, he wore a long jacket. We weren't picturing a suit jacket. We were thinking like a trench coat type of jacket. So my husband was like, no, she must be talking about John the Martian Manhunter. It's a superhero, blah, blah, blah. No, she was definitely talking about that. We did move houses. That stopped that. And around the age of 9, 10, 11, 12, puberty, that kind of stuff, we actually get our soul amnesia. So a lot of us will lose the ability to talk to spirit at that time, or forget how to do it if we don't keep up with it. So that is quite normal. Doesn't mean the spirit is not there, but maybe she has just outgrown that openness to see spirits. Some kids, they see fairies, they see everything. They see dragons that, we think they're make-believing that they have that imaginary friend. I will bet money that imaginary friend is a spirit that they were talking to. Okay. So, if you're open to it, encourage your daughter to keep that gift open. It is wonderful. Maybe find out, who it was she was talking to, if she can remember. Like, my daughter has no recollection of ever having these conversations. I regret not recording her talking about it, because she thinks I'm just making it up. And she would talk to everybody and tell everybody about this man who used to stand outside her bedroom and watch her play, and he would giggle with her and, tell her, oh, mom and dad are coming, it's time to get ready for bed. Like, full out conversations she would tell us. But as long as not malevolent, as long as you're not getting a bad feeling, then I would say work with it if you're open to it.
Yeah. Another thing is too, like Angela mentioned, basically by age 6, the connection is starting to weaken.
Mm-hmm.
Weaken because we get conditioned. We get conditioned to what to think, what to see, what to believe. Everything like that is starting to come. We're getting conditioned. Okay. Then by age 10, Sam fully close to it, to the spirit part, not the intuition and spirit guides, because that is always there. But the other parts, to the veil parts, the other ones don't. Like myself, I could never close. I tried, dude. I tried, man. Because some shit was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you just learn to hide it. Some people can't close it. Myself, same thing. Like, my whole life stuff has been happening. And I just chose to ignore it, when the messages were coming through, to the point where when you were like, you're a medium, I'm like, no, I'm not. I was so convinced that I was normal. I'm not normal.
Yeah, you're normal. You're normal,
I'm special, okay? I have a gift.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But regardless, so like I could never close. I could not even. I could not even ignore it. It was like in my face everywhere I went, and until I fully acknowledged this, my life was shit. Because if it's part of you, it's hard. It depends. Everybody has a different purpose to be here. So that's why your connection will be a little bit different. And that's why you'll be able to do different things as well. So again, everybody's connected. Diana mentioned that someone close to was approached by spirits or entity. The person also can see. So you can, entities and ghosts are very similar. Spirits is somebody that crossed over to the other side and they come out and say hello. Ghost is more like earthbound. They kind of come out, hang out, or they don't want to go to the other side, or they don't know what's happening. There's a million reasons why they would not want to go right away to the other side. So, and people can't see them. Like, we can't see entities, we can see ghosts, we can see spirits, we can see the D words, we can see everything, because it's about being, somebody has to see it to be able to protect against it. Think about it this way. Like I ask my guides, what does it mean for me? Why are you calling me light worker? And my guide said, because you're a fucking flashlight. And I'm like, I'm a fucking flashlight? What the fuck are you talking about?
You're a beacon of light.
No, because you know how at nighttime when you turn off the light and you turn on the flashlight, it's the light cuts the darkness first. So this is what they meant, that I'm a flashlight and the light workers are flashlights cutting the darkness first. So we're the first ones to see the nasty stuff. We're the first ones, so that when you guys go through, we can tell you which way to go, what can work for you, how can you protect yourself. So we're the fucking flashlights.
Yeah, it's true. And it's funny. Actually, I was in a session this weekend doing life between lives, hypnosis, getting my certification in that. And when I was in hypnosis, I kept asking my guides, like, why am I here? What is my purpose? And it's funny that you say that, because they said, you are the bringer of light. You're out there. No matter how dark things get, you're always looking at the brighter side of things, and you're bringing that to everybody. So, a lot of people have said to me with, traumatic things happen to everybody, but the last few months have been, bumpy for everybody. And even in the darkest of times, everyone's like, if these things happen to me, Ange, I'd be crying. I'd be angry. I'd be, wanting to lash out. And I was like, what's the point of doing that? It's done. You can't change it. You can't change it. So, if it means that we're smiling, Dorota, when everyone else is on their knees begging for mercy, and if in these darkest times we're bringing light to people, and we're making them feel better, and we're guiding them through these dark, terrible times, and allowing them to see their inner purpose, their inner drive, their purpose for being. Everyone is like, what am I here for?
Yeah.
Is it just like wake up, work, repeat, wake up, work, repeat? Like
we're helping people light their own light that they
yes,
carry inside them, because every single one of you has that light. I had
agree.
2 people ask what can they do to tune in more. Guys, awesome question. Guess what I have going on? I have unlocked your connection course.
Yeah.
It's 114 Canadian, works out to about 89 to $90 American, and you do it in your own pace, and you're learning about yourself. It's a very basic one with practices, and it's about tuning into spirit, tuning into it all, and that's where you get that. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll post the link later, as well as if you want to sign up for email, whatever thing they call them. But it's simple. It really, tuning in is simple. However, it does require a lot of work. It's just like walking. It's simple, but it required a lot of learning first before you got it, right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody.
Oh, Emily's taking it. Thank you. I hope you there. Emily says it's a very good course. Thank you. And there's still more coming. I've been having technical difficulties with a couple videos.
We don't want to say it's Mercury retrograde, but
I don't want to say it, but it's true. It does fuck with that things.
yeah.
So regardless, guys, you have the connection. You can, when you connect, new doors will open, more understanding. It's not about seeing dead people. My course, unlocking your connection, literally means unlocking your connection to yourself and to divine, because you're unlocking yourself, a connection to yourself automatically unlocks your connection to divine. There's no way of doing it. And again, your past loved ones are with you all the time, and your life purpose will change. You will start one way, and then you're going to go this way and that way and this way and that way.
And even like I do palm reading, very novice. Have been doing it for years, but don't do it professionally. For anybody who's looking for that, I don't do it for money. But your hands, your life path and stuff like that, your hands change, right? So if you imagine if you're a carpenter and you're always working with your hands, right? Then your hands are going to have calluses in different places. Everything on your hand is going to be, in a certain place and doing a certain thing. If you change that profession and you go into something else, you will eventually, those calluses will reduce. The lines on your hands will change. So we do have free will amongst everything. So don't think, me saying, you choose this life to come in. You choose the end goal, but there are all different kinds of paths to get from A to B. You don't have to go in a linear line. You can change. You can bring the positivity into your life. You can make the change out of the darkest, deepest depths of your soul. You can change as long as you have the will to do it. Okay. So don't ever feel. Shauna here says, I think there are a lot of kids now that are so in tune with spirit and are crystal children. I can sense it when I see weak kids. My niece, for one, and she's only 2. Yes. Honestly, if you can help them as young children, like Dorota's starting an army. We are going to take over this world and bring light. We're going to bring light to the dark. Yes, right?
An army of helping.
I only wish I had at 2 years old somebody to guide me and nurture it. And I regret, all those years that I was in the spiritual closet, in the witch closet or broom closet, whatever you want to call it, and didn't help my daughter. Like, yes, I listened because I've always been open and, I encouraged it, but like, I'm regretful I didn't record it. I'm regretful I didn't ask her further questions, exploratory questions, like, what's the person's name? Do they have a last name? Are they a grandpa? Do they, like, what age are these people? Like, you can really explore it and find out some very, very cool information. Even people who have Alzheimer's, I'm kind of partially thinking that Alzheimer's is just people in multiple lives at once.
That's the thing, but yeah, it is, because what happens, guys, is when we reach a certain point, sometimes our spirit travels a lot, and then like my son is such an old soul, and he would mix up his past memory with a present.
So and that can happen up to about the age of 9 before you get that soul amnesia.
Yeah, and he still does it.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
old. He's older than me. It's
Because you didn't close it down on him.
no, he
You know what I
can't.
mean? Like, yeah.
So they might mix it. So not all stories that kids are telling are lies. It's just like step back, listen, and like I didn't encourage it, but I would listen to it because it's important to allow them to speak, allow them to voice themselves. But big thing, guys, remember free will. I have came across a lot of clients. Well, I didn't come. Through the sessions that I've been doing, life coaching sessions, I had a lot of clients wanting to push their wants and needs onto somebody else. Guys, you can't do that. It's free will. Free will till the end. God gives you free will. You can't take somebody else's will away. You can't tell them, but I told them and they didn't listen. Okay, you told them. They had a choice. They chose not to do it. I got to touch on that. So it's the same thing with your past loved ones. Well, I told my granddad to come, but he didn't. He still has a free will. Just because he died does not mean that he doesn't have a free will. He still does. So they come out of their free will. So when they're coming to do you, they really want to be with you. When they're gathering that energy to come and talk to you or show you things or make you remember them, they want to do it. They really want to do it. So I want to know, how many of you on a Sunday will light a white candle with me? You going to? Awesome.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'm going to light one big candle for my past loved ones. You know what? I think we're going to wrap it up. What do you think?
Okay. Yep. Sure. I'm down.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up, guys. We love you so much. We thank you for your time. I hope you guys had a fantastic evening. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow at 8:30, I believe. So we're going to come back again and do more chit chats. But I want to know how many of you will light that candle. I want to see those candles. I'm going to do a post and I would love to see your candles. So if you have your past loved ones, you can have a picture of them and just
maybe their favorite food, play maybe some music that was a favorite song of theirs, anything that reminds you of them. It's good
them.
as a tribute to them. Celebration. It's time to celebrate
them on Sunday. Like every day, but Sunday it has that extra oomph, and you know what? They will know you're getting ready, so you will get more messages and stuff. I can't tell you guys, this shit works. I call it shit. It's not shit, but this works.
Yes, and feel free to reach out to us on social media if you would like to just share your experiences with us. We'd love to hear that kind of stuff.
And keep an eye because there's going to be a YouTube channel coming up. There's also going to be coming up. Yes, I will add the link to. I'm going to post it on my Facebook page as well as in here after we're done because I got to go look for it. I'm on a different computer today because I came in. Welcome to my office, guys. This is my office. I'm hanging out in my office, not at my desk anymore. So I will definitely post those courses for you because that will help you. I find that the course, from feedback that I had from a few clients that are taking it, that it also helps them with their life coaching and bettering their life. So, hey, try it.
It's all about empowering. It's about, these God-given gifts that everybody has, and really helping people help themselves, and you're giving them light in their darkness. Right?
And like I said, keep an eye because there's a Facebook page coming and there's going to be a YouTube channel coming where it's going to be myself and Angela. Very educational. So kind of like this, give you guys two perspectives because Angela looks at it this way, understands it, I that way, and whoever you resonate with better, that's what will work for you. We want to give you choices.
Yes.
Because you guys are fucking rock stars. And you've got so much amazing energy and light and love around you.
And just you guys empower us just as much as we empower you. So thank you for showing up every, bi-weekly now that we're doing this. Thank you for your, participating. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for the energy that we are giving to each other. We couldn't do it without you. So
hey, Dana was here. Hey, Dana.
Oh, there you go.
Everything's moving so fast today. I'm sorry I didn't see you before, lovey. Yeah, so guys, we are so grateful for you. We really, really are, because we're growing together. I have been starting, like I said, a lot of stuff with empowering people. And if you guys want, one way is taking the course. Yes, I'm saying taking the course. because that way you'll understand where we go and what's going on. You'll understand yourself better. The course is not expensive. That's the best part of it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're investing in yourself.
That's right. So I'm going to say with that, good night. We love you so much, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep our face just smiling because we don't know how this is going to end.
Bye. Bye, Felicia. No.